Breakthrough: electrolyte supplements don't prevent illness in athletes. I'm Steve Blair. Welcome to Breakthroughs. Researchers found that supplements did not appear to protect endurance athletes from illnesses caused by electrolyte imbalances. They have also found that hot temperatures are a risk factor. Electrolyte supplements popular with endurance runners can't be relied on to keep essential sodium levels in balance, according to researchers at Stanford University School of Medicine and their collaborators. Rather, longer training distances, lower body mass, and avoidance of overhydration were shown to be more important factors in preventing illnesses caused by electrolyte imbalances, the researchers found. Their study also showed that hot weather increases the rate of these type of illnesses. Electrolyte supplements were promoted as preventing nausea and cramping caused by low salt levels. But this is a false paradigm, said Grant Lipton, MD, professor of emergency medicine at Stanford and director of Standard Wilderness Medicine. They've never been shown to prevent illness or even improve performance, and if diluted with too much water can be dangerous. Lipton and several of his co-authors are experienced at providing medical care for ultramarathoners and compete in ultramarathons themselves, so they are familiar with the challenges the athletes face. Ultramarathons are any foot race longer than a marathon. The idea for this study grew out of seeing firsthand how often endurance athletes use electrolyte supplements, whether taken in pill, powder, or liquid form, and wanting to know if they prevented illness. In the past, athletes were told to make sure they were taking electrolyte supplements and drinking as much water as they can, Lipton said. It was generally thought that that would prevent things like muscle cramping, electrolyte imbalances, and dizziness. But there is currently no evidence to show this is true. Sodium levels that are too high or too low during exercise can harm athletes. To conduct the study, researchers recruited 266 ultramarathoners from Racing the Planet's week-long athletic events, which involve running 155 miles over 7 days across rough terrain and in extreme weather conditions at different deserts around the world. It's a perfect outdoor lab for easily generalizable results, said Lipton, who is on the medical advisory board and is research director for the events. Each of the study participants ran in one of 5 different races held in 2017 or 2018 in South America, Namibia, or Mongolia. Data was collected on the 5th day of the event when the athletes ran 50 miles. 98 of the runners completed in temperatures that averaged over 93 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a bit crazy, said co-author Patrick Burns, MD, and a participant in the trial who competed one of the colder races held in the Patagonia region of Chile. The race started at 8 a.m. and I finished at 8 p.m. We ran trails through the woods with 1,000-foot climbs and multiple river crossings up to your waist. It was cold and overcast and raining. I was soaked. My Achilles tendons were on fire. Data was collected from the athletes at the beginning and the end of the 50-mile race, when the exhausted, thirsty participants finally crossed the finish line. Prior to the race, the participants had been asked what electrolyte supplements they planned to use, how often they planned to take them, and what their drinking strategy was. Whether they planned to drink at regular intervals or just drink when they got thirsty. They reported their previous training programs and were weighed in. At the finish line, before hydrating or resting, researchers once again weighed them in and asked them how closely they followed their plans for drinking and taking supplements. A blood sample was also taken to measure sodium levels. People have different strategies in these races, Lipton said. Some people take salt tablet every hour. Some prefer to put supplements in one water bottle, then alternate with a bottle with just water. Some like a diluted mixture with powder or tablets. There are multiple different methods. However, most electrolyte strategies end up with a drink that has a lower sodium concentration than what was found in the body. This is why drinking too much electrolyte solutions can result in EAH. Analysis of the data showed that 41 of the athletes had sodium imbalances by the end of the race, 11 were found to have EAH due to too little sodium, and 30 were dehydrated with too much sodium in their blood. Also, 88% of the sodium imbalances recorded occurred during the hot races, indicating that heat and hydration levels were far more predictive of sodium imbalances than either the manner or type of electrolyte supplements taken. Each of the participants took supplements, although the type, amount, and manner of ingestion showed little to no effect on sodium levels. Overhydrating can reduce electrolyte levels, and electrolyte supplements aren't going to protect you, said Lipton. You have to be smart while exercising, especially in the heat when you're sweating more and have greater hydration requirements. Wow. I'll leave a link to the full article in the description, and as usual, please like, share, subscribe, and take care.